Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is not the one that I was planning on making today. I was originally supposed to be in Indianapolis this weekend visiting my college roommate. There are 3 different festivals going on this weekend. There's an art festival, a jazz festival, and apparently a panda festival. And I was so looking forward to spending the weekend with her and was going to challenge myself to film a couple clips of that. But unfortunately, I think I am either like a little bit sick or on the verge of getting sicker. It's nothing too crazy, it's just a lot of drainage, and I just didn't want to A, spreading it to my friend and her roommates, but B, also with all the travel and activities, I didn't want to potentially make it worse for myself. So we are staying home, and I had to workshop a different video idea because I really wanted to film a little something today. So since I'm sick and I am really behind on reading, I thought, why not do a little challenge video to see how much reading I can get done today on a sick day? Hopefully going to feel a little bit better by the end of this video and hopefully get some good amount of reading done. But first, the reason we started the video in the bathroom is I really want to do my skincare and feel a little bit more human today. Pink lemonade is now in the fridge. I also have some chicken in the crock pot, hoping to make some shredded chicken for my meal prep for this next week. And I just checked the timer. I have about 50 minutes until I need to take my laundry out of the dryer, so hoping to get some good amount of reading in these next 50 minutes. I am starting 2 books today. One I already started this morning. I checked it out from the library. It's called Wish You Weren't Here. It's by Christy Schilling. It is a novel. I feel like we're already off to a good start with this one. I'm already kind of interested in the storyline for this, so I feel like that's a good start. And then the second book I am going to be starting today is an audiobook that I got from Libby. I'll insert a photo of it, but I believe it's called Just Friends by Haley Pham. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her last name. She's one of my favorite YouTubers, and she recently wrote a book and was released into the world, and I've heard many things about the book, but I am excited to read it for myself. I know there's a lot of discourse around the reading community if audiobooks counts as reading, and I know I've said this on videos past, but I wanted to say on this video too that I am a firm believer that audiobooks also count as reading. Like, don't get me wrong, I love a physical copy of a book. I always have since I was a kid, but in some situations, some circumstances, I think reading makes more sense as an audiobook. And for some people, that might be the only way that you can get reading in is through audiobooks. So to me, it just doesn't make sense why there's discourse on why audiobooks don't count. I think they do. And if it helps you get through books faster, sorry about it. How I get through certain books, especially if they're like self-help, especially if they're in the range of like self. I cannot say this word for the life of me, especially if they're in the range of self-help books or like nonfiction type books. For me personally, anyway, I find it's much easier to read through an audiobook. But yes, those are the 2 books that I'm going to be getting into today. The Wish You Weren't Here book, I am currently on chapter 4, page 19. So I've already read almost 20 pages this morning. This book is based in Italy, so the chapters are in Italian, which I kind of find intriguing. And then for the audiobook, I have not even started that one, so we are on page 0 of that. But I will check in with you guys after these 50 minutes and after I bring my laundry back in. We'll do a little check in to see how many pages I got through. book reading progress. I am currently on what I believe is chapter 10. I'm going to have to clarify if DIECI means 10 in Italian. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it right now, but I am on what I'm assuming is chapter 10, page 58. And on my way to picking up the laundry, I also started my audiobook, and I am halfway through chapter 2 on that one. But I am currently pausing for a quick lunch break. Flip you up here for now. I hope you guys can hear me okay. This was some of the meal prep I made last week. It's got rice and some sauteed broccoli and some chicken sausage. And I love putting some yum yum sauce in it. So excited to eat this. I am going to take a break, eat some lunch, maybe watch a show, and I will continue reading outside because when I went outside to go get my laundry, it is so sunny, it is so beautiful today, and although I'm feeling a little under the weather, I think getting some sunshine in would do me some good. I am now outside going to get some reading in. I'm so excited. I did feel a little nauseous earlier when I was standing up for too long, so I'm not sure how long I will be outside until I feel a little bit too sick. But the birds are chirping and I thought I'd get some reading in. Let's see how many pages I can get in before I need to head back inside. Alrighty, y'all, I was outside for like 3-ish hours. I was about to say inside for the night, but I do want to quickly go to the grocery store to pick up a couple things for the night. My shredded chicken is done, so that is good. I didn't get any more of the audiobook done, but I did get a large chunk of the book done. I'm currently on page 152. I believe the chapter is 24. It says 24, so I believe that's 24. Yeah, I don't think I'm quite halfway, but I am almost halfway, so I'm really excited about that progress. On my way to the grocery store, I will be listening to my audiobooks. Hopefully we'll make more progress on that as well. But before we go to the grocery store, a coworker of mine wanted some book recommendations, so I thought, while books have been heavy on the mind today, I might as well write this list down before I forget again. Is curious, this is the list of books I'm recommending to that coworker. I accidentally wrote down the wrong series here, so that's why I crossed it out. But Fierce by Aly Raisman. It's a book on her gymnastics career. Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Very sad. Honestly, had a hard time getting through that book. But this coworker of mine specifically said they liked books about sports, and then also liked ones that are like historical fictions, but they also like dystopian romance ones. So I was trying to get like a good mix of different ones that I liked. Third one is The Compound by Aisling Raleigh. This one reminds me of The Hunger Games mixed with Love Island. And then I wrote the wrong series here. So then the last thing I wrote down was the Inheritance Game series, which is by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And I wrote that it's a YA dystopian mystery, and it reminds me of the game Clue. So I feel like this is a good range of different genres. Hopefully this coworker likes some of these books. I don't know. I've never really recommended books to people before, but we are swapping recommendations, so I'm so excited to see what they get, and hopefully they like this. Back from the store, an unfortunate report / update. My stomach is now killing me, which is not a great sign. I keep thinking I'm getting better or I'm not as sick as I am, and then I keep getting symptoms that are like, hey babe, maybe you need to slow down. Literally just lay in bed. Also, I'm begging you guys to ignore dirty dishes that are behind me. I will be doing the dishes after this grocery haul. There's a whole sink full of dirty dishes, so just pretend they are not there. We did go to Meijer to pick up a few things. While I was there, did I pick up more things that I originally planned to? Yes, I did. Did I also forget buying things from Meijer versus Aldi's is way more expensive? Yes, I did. But now let's do a little haul of everything that I got today. First and foremost, got a loaf of bread. I've been dying to have some bread. Also been craving some muffins for breakfast, so got some of those. And then I can only find these at Meijer. I'm absolutely obsessed with these. They're the big versions of Chobani, so they're the 30 grams of protein ones, and these ones are specifically flavored vanilla ice cream. They taste like milkshakes, and I am obsessed with them, so I like to get them for like a special occasion. Also got a block of cheese, for those who know. Y'all know I love my cheese. And then I'm almost out of my vanilla Greek yogurt that I have in the fridge, so I wanted to get a vanilla Greek yogurt while I was at Meijer, and this is my favorite flavor that Chobani makes. It's the Madagascar vanilla and cinnamon. I think I might have gotten this size before. Normally, I just see them like in the individual cup size ones. I forget every once in a while they have them in like the big container size, so had to pick up this. And then I've been dying to get pickles because I have been obsessed with Grillo's pickles. Nothing revolutionary there. If you love pickles and you've tried Grillo's, you already know the hype on that. But while I was in the Grillo section, found Pickle de Gallo. And I was like, well, I fear I need to try that because that sounds great. So in order to try the Gallo, needed a bag of chips. So after dishes, I will be tasting this to see if I like that. Also picked up a bag of pretzels. No real reason except this sounded really great with my block of cheese. I love a snack, so you can't blame me there. I have been craving Jenny's ice cream, but they didn't have the flavor that I want, which now has me nervous that they don't sell it anymore. But it was like a lemon blueberry ice cream. It was my obsession for like 2 summers straight. So we're gonna be trying a different Jenny's flavor. This is the buttercream birthday cake. I have just been craving birthday cake and sprinkles lately. I don't know why. Literally in the middle of editing this YouTube video, and future Sarah is here to tell you the reason I've been craving birthday cake. And there's nothing wrong with craving a sweet treat. I do it all the time. I love cake. I love a baked good. But the reason I've been craving it, clipping you all right here for a quick second, is because the new lip mask that I've been trying from ColourPop is flavored vanilla cake. So that is why I have been craving vanilla cake. I put this on literally multiple times a day, and I always end every single night with putting this on. Future editor Sarah here to tell you this is the reason why. Also, it's a great lip mask, just saying. But anyway, back to the video now. Literally the other week, I made myself some fairy bread, which is the Australian treat where you take like a piece of white toast with butter and sprinkles. They call it fairy bread. It's beautiful. It's so fun, especially if you're in a pinch and you don't actually have cake. But I have just been craving cake, like a white cake with sprinkles, like a funfetti cake. Ooh, with some icing. That just sounds so good. I know my birthday is in less than a month and I will be getting cake on my birthday, but I've just been craving cake lately. I don't know why. So thought we'd give this a try maybe later tonight before I go to bed. And then the last thing that we got, which was the main reason I went to Meijer, is their Meijer brand lemon lime electrolyte drink mix I use for mainly after my long runs, but even some days like at work if I want to get some electrolytes in. This is by far the best electrolyte mix I have tried. I've been trying different brands and different flavors here and there when I get the chance. And I've found a couple other ones that I like, but I have yet to find one that I love as much as I love this one. So I've been dying to pick up this. And that was honestly the main reason I went today. And then I just ended up picking up so much more than I expected. But yeah, now that I am not feeling too hot, I'm going to do dishes while I'm still up and at 'em. And I think we will sit down and maybe do some more reading. I also really need to shower after all that sunscreen. I'm really getting the urge to trim my hair. Nothing crazy. I've done at-home trims before, but I've been really getting the urge to trim my hair. So stay tuned to see if that happens, but definitely want to get these dishes done, maybe have a little snack, maybe do some more reading, and then take a shower. I did get some more of my audiobook done. Currently in the middle of chapter 4, and I believe it said I was 10% of the way through the book. So not as much progress as my physical book, but we're making progress, so. I'm not going to lie to you, I am not 100% positive on this one. Smelling immediately, I don't know. I know pickles come from cucumbers, but it's smelling very cucumbery for a pickle de gallo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I really hope that I like this, but the smell, I'm not so sure. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I might have judged it too quickly based on smell. This is high-key so good. I'm a fan. I was a little worried when I opened this. I was like, I don't know. That's very good. And now I'm gonna keep getting into this book. There's no way she's doing this. But again, I have done this a couple times at home. It's just been a long time, honestly. I'm not doing anything crazy. And I think I will start with my curtain bangs first, which are honestly non-existent at this point because they've grown out so much. And then I'll just do a quick little trim of my like dead ends myself. I even have special scissors to trim my hair, trust. Compare the two sections, make sure they're similar-ish. Yeah, that fits pretty good. And I know this looks crazy. I know people are like, how do you know? I've trimmed them before. And yeah, they were basically grown out, but you basically want it so that all the lengths match each other. This is probably a really bad example of that. Probably can't tell on the video, that's okay. But we'll start there for now. I would like to just trim the bottoms of my hair. And I have no pro there. We're just gonna do the front section and the back section. This has to be like the most unprofessional way to do it. And I don't care. I don't know. Way less confident on trimming my dead ends than actually trimming curtain bangs, which is crazy. But I feel like I've trimmed my curtain bangs more than I have my dead ends. This is kind of a crazy update I got going on right now. I could have split this into even more sections. This is a lot to cut. I think I'm done. It only took me 22 minutes, but I think I'm done. I mean, I suppose we'll see it when it dries, how she looks. But see, I love how much body curtain bangs gives me. It gives me so much oomph to my hair. Like, I really like it like that. Hopefully all the dead ends look better while it's wet. I like it so far. Again, we shall see how she looks when she's dry. To all my haters that were concerned, also Leela is here to say hi. Hi. Oh, pretty kitty. Pretty kitty. But yes, I believe I left off at page like 180 something in this book. I would like to get to 200 before I go to bed. Unfortunately, I do have to go to bed soon because I am working 6 to 3s this morning, and so I'm going to be waking up at 4:30 every day this week, which I'm not necessarily looking forward to, but we can probably adjust to it. It's just a matter of getting to bed at a decent time. So hopefully if I am diligent with going to bed at a good time this week, that will not be a big deal. But yes, I'm gonna read 20-ish pages and check in with you guys after that. Alrighty y'all, I am just coming on to close out the video. I did finish those 20 pages, so now I'm 200 pages in, so I'm definitely over halfway at this point. I think this book is about 370 something pages, so really shocked I got this much reading done. I knew that prioritizing reading today would mean I'd get a lot of reading done. In no world did I think I'd get this much reading done. And then on my audiobook, I am still in the middle of chapter 4, so I'm only 10% through that book. And from what I can tell, Libby doesn't tell you how many pages there are because it's an audiobook. So unclear how many pages, but I know I'm 10% through that book. But yeah, I think this is a great way to kickstart both of these books. I already feel very invested in both of these storylines. And it's very rare that I can commit a whole day to basically just reading and feeling better, and it's amazing how much you can accomplish in one day. So as always, I hope you guys are having a good day, but if you're not, that's okay too. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!